He's like my dad in a lot of ways. Once he and I got together, I knew that the combination was going to be magical.
We've had an unbelievable chemistry.
Really?
Sitting next to me right now is the best singer in the world.
This is not a drill. Clive Davis is dead. Right now, everybody line up, oldest to youngest. What happened? Get the biopics out now. He cannot hurt you anymore. He has no power over you.
For years, fans have remained captivated by the mysterious note Whitney Houston quietly passed Brandy while Clive Davis looked on. Just hours afterward, Whitney was tragically discovered dead in her hotel room, and that chilling sequence of events has kept speculation alive ever since about what was actually written on that piece of paper. Now, you won't believe this, but new rumors are beginning to circulate surrounding a possible documentary revisiting Clive Davis's legacy, with several artists reportedly sharing their personal stories from inside the music industry. Brandy has consistently maintained that she would never disclose the contents of the note, yet social media is once again buzzing with claims that she may finally break her silence. As of now, however, there is still no verified evidence suggesting the note points to foul play or alters the official account of Whitney's passing. So buckle up, because this is one of those stories that refuses to fade away and continues to ignite curiosity, debate, and endless theories.
Now, I knew you had a connection to her, but I didn't realize, and you write in the book, that shortly before her death, you had a lengthy phone call with her.
I did.
What was that call?
It mattered so much to me because I got a chance to tell her everything I hadn't told her, just how much she inspired me, how much I loved her, her impact in my life. And yeah, it was an emotional conversation. I didn't know it was going to be my last time speaking to her.
Reports have recently surfaced claiming that Clive Davis has passed away at the age of 94. According to those reports, his publicist allegedly confirmed that the legendary music executive died at his Manhattan home after reportedly battling respiratory health complications. His family was said to have released an emotional statement saying, "To the world, our father was the iconic music legend whose vision, instinct, and relentless pursuit of excellence shaped the soundtrack of countless lives." They went on to praise his legacy, highlighting how he discovered, mentored, and championed some of the most influential artists in modern music, leaving behind a cultural impact expected to last for generations. Even though these reports describe Clive as having lived a long and accomplished life and passing peacefully, the news has still sparked a wave of mixed reactions online. For many fans, he remains the powerhouse executive who introduced the world to some of music's biggest stars and helped define the industry for decades. At the same time, critics have long argued that the music business, particularly under major executives, often placed record labels ahead of the artists themselves. Over the years, numerous musicians have spoken publicly about unfair contracts, money disputes, and struggles over profit sharing. Groups like TLC and singer Toni Braxton have openly discussed financial hardships despite reaching massive commercial success. And stories like those continue to fuel heated debates about how artists have been treated behind the scenes. Clive Davis himself has also faced criticism and speculation throughout his career because of the immense influence he held within the industry. However, it's important to point out that many of the more serious allegations and rumors circulating online have never been substantiated and should be viewed as claims rather than confirmed facts. One artist whose name will forever be linked to Clive Davis is Whitney Houston. Davis first crossed paths with Whitney in the early 1980s and signed her to Arista Records when she was just 19 years old. From the very beginning, he became one of her strongest professional allies, introducing her to key industry figures and helping guide her rise to superstardom. Together, they played a major role in shaping Whitney's self-titled debut album, which exploded into a worldwide phenomenon and sold millions of copies. Whitney later revealed that they occasionally clashed over song selections, but she still referred to Clive as her industry father and often expressed gratitude for his wisdom, guidance, and experience throughout her legendary career.
What was it? What did you see in him? What made him different? Why Clive Davis?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom, his know-how. For a lot of artists, I wanted the guidance. I wanted to know, what made a hit record, and what made me, special, and it could be any song.
As Whitney Houston's career soared to extraordinary levels, several reports and biographies suggested that her relationship with Clive Davis gradually became more complex behind the scenes. Although he continued to play a major role in her professional journey, there were also accounts claiming Whitney increasingly wanted greater creative freedom and more authority over the direction of her career. By 2012, many observers believed the once tight bond between Whitney and Clive was no longer as strong as it had been during earlier years. Around that same time, one person Whitney appeared to place tremendous trust in was Brandy. The two first connected in 1995 and quickly formed a meaningful friendship, with Whitney often acting as both a mentor and a constant source of support for the younger star. Their relationship became so special that Whitney made Brandy's role in the 1997 television adaptation of Cinderella even more memorable by portraying her fairy godmother. Fans absolutely loved seeing the pair together, and the project showcased the genuine chemistry and affection they shared both on-screen and in real life. So when Whitney later entered a room where Brandy was participating in an interview alongside Monica and Clive Davis, most people assumed she had simply stopped by to show love and support. During that appearance, Whitney briefly spoke with Monica and mentioned that she had nearly drowned earlier that day. Moments later, she handed Brandy a note before embracing Clive Davis, and that's where this story takes a fascinating turn. Some have speculated that Whitney asking her daughter, Bobby Christina, to greet Clive may have momentarily shifted everyone's attention, possibly allowing Brandy a private chance to read the message. However, that theory remains purely speculative, and to this day, the complete truth behind the mysterious note has never been publicly confirmed. After the interview wrapped up, reports later surfaced claiming that Brandy and Whitney Houston remained on the phone for nearly 3 hours. Just 2 days after that conversation, Whitney tragically passed away, making the timeline even more emotional and difficult for fans to process. Because of those events, many people have spent years wondering what was so important that Whitney personally stopped by to deliver that note and speak with Brandy face-to-face. Despite the non-stop speculation, Brandy has consistently chosen to keep the contents of the note completely private. The only information she has publicly revealed is that Whitney told her she was going to get better, a statement that became even more heartbreaking after everything that followed. Brandy's decision to remain silent has only intensified years of curiosity and fueled endless online theories about what may have actually been written in the mysterious message. Since reports surrounding Clive Davis's passing began making headlines, some social media users have suggested that Brandy might now feel more comfortable opening up about the note. However, there is no verified evidence showing that fear of Clive Davis was the reason she chose to keep the note private. Likewise, there is no confirmed evidence supporting online claims that Clive targeted Whitney or others in the manner some rumors have alleged. Those accusations remain unproven claims and should be viewed as speculation rather than established fact.
Okay, 12 today. This is you. 12 today. I'm just saying you love it because I can't. I love it. This is my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi. Come say hi to your godfather. Okay. Come say hi to your goddad.
When Brandy and Monica reunited in 2012 to promote their single It All Belongs to Me, fans were witnessing the two stars working together again after spending years on separate paths. During that period, Monica still maintained a professional relationship with Clive Davis, and public reports indicated that he backed both the record and its promotional campaign. Industry chatter and various reports also suggested that Clive was interested in strengthening his business ties with Brandy, sparking speculation about potential future opportunities between them. However, despite the rumors, there has never been any public confirmation that he intended to sign Brandy or that such ambitions played any role in the now famous interview. According to a long-standing story that has circulated online for years, Whitney Houston learned about the gathering and decided to make a personal appearance. Supporters of that theory believe the handwritten note Whitney handed to Brandy may have contained personal advice about surviving the pressures of the music industry. One version of the rumor even claims Whitney warned Brandy to be cautious about the deals she accepted and to fiercely protect her independence. But because Brandy has never publicly revealed what the note actually said, those claims remain speculation rather than established fact. Whitney's career itself has frequently been used as an example of just how complicated the music business can become. Early in her rise to stardom, Clive Davis assembled a team of seasoned professionals around her, explaining that he wanted to give a young artist the strongest possible foundation for success. At the same time, critics have long argued that powerful executives often maintain significant influence over artists through the people and business structures surrounding them. Those broader concerns have been debated throughout the industry for decades, but they should not be viewed as evidence of wrongdoing in Whitney's specific situation. One example often discussed involves reports that in 1987, Michael Jackson wanted Whitney to appear on I Just Can't Stop Loving You from his Bad album, and Whitney was reportedly interested before the collaboration ultimately failed to materialize. Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson shared a long-standing friendship, and over the years, rumors occasionally surfaced regarding the nature of their relationship. Whether those stories held any truth or not, most fans agreed on one thing: the two artists together would have been absolutely legendary. A duet between Whitney and Michael was expected by many to become a massive global hit, which is exactly why fans were so disappointed when it never happened. When discussions began about Whitney appearing on Michael's I Just Can't Stop Loving You, the collaboration ultimately never moved forward. At the time, public explanations pointed mainly to scheduling conflicts. Years later, while Whitney's song If I Told You That was being developed, Michael was once again reportedly considered, but that collaboration also failed to happen. Reports later cited scheduling issues and other logistical complications, including concerns about possible leaks. Over the years, some fans have continued to speculate that deeper business factors may have...
In that 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills in the home of Clive Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston, I said it. His days are numbered.
Contributed to those missed opportunities. One theory suggests Whitney desired greater creative control, and that working closely with Michael, who was known for writing songs and securing unusually strong ownership rights over much of his catalog, could have influenced how she viewed her own career. However, there is no verified evidence showing that anyone intentionally blocked those collaborations for that reason, and those claims remain entirely speculative. Instead, Whitney would go on to record alongside other legendary performers, including Aretha Franklin. While some industry critics argue that record labels often encourage projects aligned with their own business interests, there is no confirmed evidence that these decisions were made to restrict Whitney's independence or personal ambitions. As her career evolved, Whitney reportedly sought more influence over both her music and major business decisions. In 2001, she signed a landmark recording agreement reportedly valued at as much as $100 million, instantly making headlines throughout the entertainment world. Reports at the time stated that the deal included a substantial upfront payment along with additional compensation tied to future releases and commercial performance, underscoring just how valuable Whitney had become as one of music's biggest stars. Some critics of the industry have argued that major labels can structure contracts in ways that heavily favor the company over the artist. In Whitney Houston's case, there have also been claims from unnamed sources suggesting that her label anticipated difficulty in reaching every financial milestone outlined in the agreement. However, those allegations have never been independently verified. As Whitney entered a more challenging chapter of her career, album sales slowed compared to the extraordinary success she experienced earlier in life. At the same time, the entire music industry was struggling with widespread digital piracy, which many labels blamed for declining sales across the board. Meanwhile, Whitney was also facing significant personal and health challenges that affected both her career and her voice, making it increasingly difficult to perform and record at the level fans had grown accustomed to. Over the years, online rumors have circulated claiming that Whitney's recording contract contained provisions that would financially benefit the label in the event of her death. While recording agreements often include clauses addressing situations in which an artist can no longer fulfill contractual obligations, there is no verified evidence supporting the more sensational claims that have spread online or suggesting that anyone considered Whitney more valuable after her passing. Those allegations remain unproven and should be treated as speculation rather than fact. Whitney's death in February 2012 sent shockwaves around the world and devastated millions of fans. On that same evening, Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy party was taking place at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, the very location where Whitney was later found. His decision to continue with the event sparked intense public criticism, particularly because he had often described Whitney as being like family to him. Supporters argued that the event was already underway and difficult to stop, while critics believed it should have been canceled out of respect. Even years later, that decision remains one of the most heavily debated and emotionally charged moments surrounding Whitney Houston's passing.
Well, you're a very small minority, because if you knew Whitney better, you knew she was not there to perform.
Yeah.
This was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year. This party was so part of her.
So you're saying
and
that she
so
would
that the family, we spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
her body was still upstairs.
But we dedicated the evening. Whitney would have wanted the party to go on any more than the Grammys should stop.
In the years following Whitney Houston's tragic passing, countless theories and rumors have surfaced about her final days, including ongoing speculation surrounding the mysterious note she handed to Brandy and what message she may have been trying to convey. However, despite years of discussion and online debate, many of those claims remain completely unverified, and there is no public evidence confirming that Whitney believed someone was trying to harm her, or that the note exposed the true circumstances surrounding her death. Even so, the unanswered questions continue to captivate fans, and you won't believe how often this story still resurfaces across social media and entertainment circles. Whitney's relationship with Clive Davis has also remained one of the most heavily discussed aspects of her legacy. While many people credit him with helping launch and guide one of the greatest careers in music history, others argue that their relationship reflected broader issues within the music industry, including concerns about artist control, contract fairness, and the amount of influence major executives can have over performers. Those criticisms have been echoed by various artists and commentators over the years, although opinions regarding Clive's legacy remain sharply divided. Whether you view Clive Davis as a visionary music executive, a controversial industry power player, or perhaps a complicated combination of both, there's no denying that his impact on the music world will continue to be debated for generations to come. And as long as the contents of Whitney's mysterious note remain hidden from the public, people will likely keep searching for answers about one of the most talked about moments in modern music history. So now it's your turn. Do you think the note will ever be revealed, or should Brandy keep its contents private forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is far from over. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who loves music history and behind-the-scenes industry stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.